Hi there, welcome back to my channel. In this episode of Make It, Mind It, and Multiply It, I wanted to revisit the concept of Kaizen, which you may remember from my previous video is Japanese for continuous improvement. So I'm just tweaking that a bit and calling it Kaizen, continuously improved. So when you strive for continuous improvement, progress compounds, because each day you're building on top of a greater level of success. So that is why we added the ED to from improvement to improved. So write this down and print the reminders so that you can follow along and just keep in front of you the meaning of Kaizen so that you're aware of it every day and take action toward it. So Kaizen, K is for knowledge. This gives you the edge over your competition. We've talked endlessly about lifelong learning, but it helps you staying abreast because so many people just kind of stagnate and just kind of keep doing what they've done, which is not what we recommend. Remember, we're talking continuous improvement. You must keep learning and growing. So make sure that you every day learn something new or otherwise increase the knowledge over for your base skills or your SKAs so that you are continuously expanding your possibility and the range of offerings that you make. And you already know A is for action, because take the actions that will move the needle toward your goals, because we can all be busy. I'm the queen of busy work, and I recognize when I'm doing busy work, and I have to stop and ask myself, is this really moving me toward the goals that I have set forth? So don't get bogged down with the busy work. Really spend your time and your action hours on the ones that will move your goals forward. Now, here's one of the changes that I did for inspiration. I is for inspiration. So I should remember where I read this, but I don't. But every day you should have a little notebook, which I do not have in front of me, and write down 10 ideas. Now, I really enjoyed this exercise, although, sometimes it got a little bit late and my brain was not functioning. But I wanted to sweat it out until I actually got my 10 ideas. But I mean, first thing I did was actually write down 10 things that I could write 10 things about, so that I didn't want to have brain freeze. So if I couldn't think of what I wanted to write about that day, I could always go to my cheat sheet. What are the 10 things what are some things that I could be writing about? But for example, write about 10 solutions to a problem that is bothering you. Write about 10 new ideas to improve your business. So really take this to heart. It's about firing up those creative brain cells, because problem solving is a creative process, right? It's not just doing the pretty, which I so enjoy, but it also lends itself to problem solving, which is, as a business owner, that's what you're doing for your clients. You are solving problems. So whatever your heading is, write down the 10 ideas for that particular heading and keep doing this every day, because it just keeps you firing on all cylinders. Z is for zest. And so in this, and by that, I mean, what you want to do is, what is that word? When you are interacting with your clients, prospects, they're looking, they may or may not be listening. They're in many ways watching your body language. So make sure that you have high energy interactions with clients as you're having your one-on-ones or if you're networking, because your physicality kind of sets the tone for how your message is received. So let's crank it up a notch, which brings us to E for energize. So look, I like when I can hunker down on my computer and really knock out, those posts, those articles, or those manuals, or whatever it is I'm working on. But man, around the afternoon, the eyes are getting heavier, your eyelids are getting heavier. You need to shake it up a little bit. So what I did was I created a playlist for, I called it a 15-minute boogie break. But what I have been very good about recently is getting up in the morning and doing 30 minutes on the treadmill, because if you knock out that exercise first thing in the morning, it really kind of sets the tone for the rest of the day, because it's like, once I have checked something off my list, I want to keep checking things off my list. So in as much as you can, I don't know what time you get up. I'm not suggesting anyone get up at 4:30, which is what they keep saying these billionaires do. Just get up a half hour or an hour earlier, honestly. So you can get your 30 minutes in on the treadmill, take a 30-minute walk at lunch, or take a 30-minute, what I call it, a transition walk from turning off the computer before you transition to your rest day, private time, family time, or whatever. You got to unwind. It's like early in the day, take the walk to pep yourself up. But then if you do a post walk to kind of unwind and set the tone so you can interact with real people and still be a nice person. So make sure you're getting some energy in your day. And I kept this one the same, nutrition, because you totally have to nourish to flourish, right? But I'm just giving you a break, and I'm saying you can do it at least 80% of the time. You cannot be perfect every day. I definitely am not, but I do pay attention to what I eat, and I do strive to make food better choices. I call that minimizing the damage. So, I at least do it 80% of the time. Now, so as you know, this is a Make It, Mind It, Multiply It episode. So when you're keeping Kaizen in mind, please, as I suggest, just as a helpful tip, write it down. Pin it next to your computer monitor. So really review the 10 your 10 ideas that are going to help you grow your biz, and that, which one of those did you implement first? Or, what makes sense to add into your business so that you are improving your business. So really look at that. You want to mind it by tracking your progress. And what I'm suggesting is that you do so with your end of month planning retreat. Now, I usually like to do mine on the last Saturday of the month, but you can do it on the first Saturday of the month, which will kind of change the agenda a little bit. But when you do it at the end of the month, that's looking back over your progress for the previous month, what you've done, what you didn't do, or something that you need to improve or add. So you're kind of giving yourself a check-in each month and then adjusting as necessary. And then finally, multiply it by purchasing income producing assets. That's really what it's all about. That is why I still recommend that you become a multipreneur, is because you need multiple streams of income. But part of the reason you need these additional income streams is so that you can also continue to purchase assets, which for me would be real estate, dividend producing stocks that generate dividends, investing in business startups. So there are so many different ways you can do this. So make sure that you pick your wheelhouse that you're comfortable with and continue to learn and invest so that you have these additional streams of income. Oh my goodness. So that has been today's episode of Make It, Mind It, Multiply It with Larisa Troche. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. If you have, please share with a friend and don't forget to subscribe. We will see you on the next video. Ciao.